Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna talk about escaping the noise. So I have with me Fabiano to talk about this topic. Uh, if you don't know me yet, my name is Epaminondas Sá. I'm host here on TNT, 31 years old. I live in Brasilia. I work as a personal training and nutritionist as well. I work by myself using my Instagram, sharing content about health life, thoughts about well wellness and things like that. So in my free time I really appreciate to go to the park, to camp, waterfalls, so this kind of things. Fabiano, please could you introduce yourself for us?
Sure. My name is Fabiano. I'm 46 years old. I'm married. I live in São Paulo, capital. So I work with a data analyst, and I like to to travel a lot, to read books and other things.
Mhm.
So this is me.
Okay, very good, very good. Today we're gonna talk about noise, not just noise that sound, but other things, notifications, inputs, things like that. And you live in São Paulo, so there's a lot of noise there.
A lot.
So it's interesting to talk about. One person is coming, just a second.
Okay.
Good morning, Fabio.
Oh, good morning, Epaminondas. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Nice, nice. I'm fine.
Very good. So we are starting we're starting our immersion. So please, could you introduce yourself for us?
Okay, of course. Hello, guys. My name is Fabio Lima. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. My degree is graphic design, but I work as a director. I have 18 years experience in my field. I'm enjoying the Talk the winter intensive, and I have 4 weeks in the platform. I'm beginner. In my free time, I like to spend time with my girlfriend and my two little cats. I like to study. I like to practice the exercise and cooking new recipes in my kitchen. Yeah, this is it for me.
Very good. Thank you so much. And we are talking about noise. And let's start from the number one. Fabiano, please. Do you think life today is more noisy and buzzy than in the past? And why? Why do you think about? Let me know.
Yes, I think for sure. Uh, I live in São Paulo, so here all the time it has a lot of noises and busy. All the people are always busy. Um, we receive a lot of information every day, every notification on cell phone. So I think today is more noise and music than the past. The past, uh, well, I think I have a perception that the past it was more simple the life, but nowadays every new technology, new things that's emerge all the time, so makes us more worried about the technology, the knowledge, and to be to be yeah to get in touch with all the new things. So I think nowadays it's more difficult to to lead with them.
For sure, for sure. Especially in São Paulo, the place that
Yes,
never sleeps. So it's hard. Normally I go to São Paulo sometimes per year, and it's kind of crazy. The traffic,
yes,
the noise, the a lot of people all the time. So it's a good city to work and opportunities, things like that. It's a good city, a good state. But about a lot of inputs all day, it's kind of crazy, crazy.
Yes.
And I totally agree with you. I think nowadays we have a lot of I think we are more connected as well. So all the time we have notification, we have news on TV or social media. So you work with technology. So there's a lot of news every single day, every month, and you think to to study and so it's hard. I think it's hard to concentrate and to breathe, to relax, because there's a lot of notifications, a lot of news, and more things happen every single day. So I think it's hard. In the past, we had less inputs, less things. We cell phone, for example, it's a kind of new tool for us, internet. So it's totally different. I remember me and my friends on the street just talking, and nowadays it doesn't exist anymore. So for me, nowadays we have more noisy and more people busy and in a hurry and kind of chaotic life. So it's hard. It's hard.
Yes.
Fab, what do you think about the number one? Let me know your opinion.
Yes, I agree with Fabian said. In my city is no uh, similar like São Paulo, but this is very noisy for me. For example, uh, in the past, the people had a simple routine, less technology and less rush. Now, when the life is surrounded by traffic, rings a cell phone, social media, and deadlines, all of this creates a rush and a mental fatigue. I think this.
Thank you, Fabio. Thank you so much. And guys, thinking about the number two. How do you feel when you are surrounded by too much noise or too much information? And guys, honestly, I feel so bad, so annoyed. It for me, I don't know, but I really don't like a place that crowd, a lot of people around me and talking a lot. So for me, it's so hard. And about information, for example, in the pandemic time, I was using, I don't know, yeah, maybe using a lot the Twitter. So, and a lot of information every single day, every time, and more things coming in. A new, so for me, it was hard, super hard. Um, when I have a lot of information around me and a lot of noise, a lot of inputs, I feel exhausted. I think that's the word, exhausted. My mind it's exhausted, and for me it's so hard to handle with this kind of thing, and I feel bad. Um, and you guys, let me know, Fabiano, how do you feel?
And nowadays I turn it off a lot of notifications by my cell phone because it was crazy to I only keep some apps that I need, but all the other apps I turn off the notification because uh, it was impossible to concentrate, to think, to focus on the work because of the notifications. But I don't like it, either to stay in a place with a lot of people, but depends. For example, last week I was in a convention, So there were more than 200 people. So, but it was uh, very organized. So it was okay to stay there. But I don't like to stay in a place like this. So I agree with you. And nowadays, I think we have to filter all the things that only want to know. So I think we have to keep in our mind only the things that you need to work, you need to focus or to concentrate. I think is this. This is what I am doing now right now. Only read news that I want to read. Only read books that I want. So I don't. I try to not to worry it about new things every time. So I think this is the best way, and for me is working.
For sure, good tip. And nowadays I do the same. So I'm trying to filter the things that I want to receive because it's crazy. There's a lot of things. If you are searching for information, you get a lot of information all day, and the most part doesn't make sense. Either doesn't make sense for you. So just
Yes,
things to put inside your mind and to feel exhausted. And you said an interesting thing about depends on the situation because you said that sometimes we are in some place with a lot of people, but it's a kind of different like concerts, like
yes,
so things like that. So it's good for me. It's good, but I don't know. But I think it's a kind of different behavior. The public there, so and it's different, and I totally agree with you. I think that's not about a lot of people. Maybe that's a lot of noisy, a lot of messy. So maybe that. So good point you brought. Uh, Fabio, let me know about the number two.
I feel tired and overwhelmed. It's if my mind has not room to rest. Sometimes I feel irritable and impatient, and just want to find a quiet place to breathe better.
Thank you. I think that's the point. That's the point. Sometimes I can't sleep after this kind of thing because of my mind. So a lot of inputs inside my mind. So it's hard. Guys, about the number two, the number three. What are some noises of modern life? Not only sounds, but also message, notifications, stress. Let's think about this kind of modern noise. Um, Fabian, let me know what do you think about.
as I said, nowadays when I'm trying uh, um, to not pay attention a lot about notifications. I turn it off almost part of my apps from my cell phone. So I think nowadays in the modern life, we need to do this because if you don't do this, you get crazy. You are so it's impossible to to know about everything. So uh, I think nowadays uh, when we talk about noise, it's not sound, but message notifications and technology as well, AI, artificial intelligence. So every time there is a new artificial intelligence that emerges, so it was a crazy world, I think.
Yeah, you work in home office or not?
Yes, home office.
Good, good for me. a kind of new noise, specifically when we work at home. That's, I don't know for you, but I don't have time to finish. I have some tasks to finish, and if I don't finish, I work more and more. And this kind of it's kind of flexibility, it's good, but at the same time, it's not good for me because if I don't finish, I will think about that all day long, So I don't have a right period to finish, and yeah, now I can close my laptop and just breathe. This kind of, I don't know, but thoughts, kind of stress inside my mind. It's so hard for me nowadays because of that. So in the past we have our period of time to work. Yeah, I go to work, I sit in the chair, and yeah, I work until some period of time, and go to home, and I don't have problem anymore. But nowadays we have message all day, we have tasks, and so for me it's so hard, this kind of thing. I
Yes.
feel bad because of that. I don't have a period. So I mixed my personal life and my professional life. So for me, that's a modern noise that bothered me a lot because of that. So, but good. I'm at home. It's good. So that's a lot
Yes.
of pros and cons. Um, Fabio, let me know about the number three.
The noise, the modern life, just the sounds of or machine, but also constant message or cell phone, work and mails, social media notification, pressure to be productive and even always all of these is, occupies your mind and helps us of peace of mind. I believe this.
Yeah, good point. It's kind of pressure to be productive every single day, and in life you have to do more and more and more and more. So it's kind of modern noise as well. And I totally agree. I think that's so hard. Sometimes I'm here, I have time to relax, but in my mind I'm thinking, oh, I'm sitting here doing nothing. I should be working or studying, or it's kind of I'm not free to relax. So
Yes.
if I'm here, but in my mind I have to be productive. I have to do more, and I'm wasting time. So that's a kind of pressure in the modern life. It's terrible, terrible. Um,
I feel this pressure too all the time. So if I'm reading, oh, I need to do something that that I need to do something different. So if I am watching a TV, so no, I need to stop and do something productive. So it's terrible.
exactly. We are kind of slave of the work.
Yes.
We have to work every single day. We don't have maybe we have time, but we are not able to enjoy that time with our family. I don't know. I go to the restaurant, for example. For me, it's hard because, for example, I work by myself. I'm a nutritionist, and I work on my Instagram. I go to the restaurant, so sometimes I take pictures about the plate because I create content with. So it's kind of crazy. Sometimes it's hard. That's the point. Inside our mind, we are thinking, yeah, I'm here doing nothing is not good. I should to work. I should to read something. I should to learn something new because of my job, because of my future. It's so hard, so hard. It's a terrible noise, modern noise. Uh, Guys, do you ever feel tired because of too much social media or news? Fabio, let me know. Number four.
Sincerely, no. I use small time my social medias. I never ever feel tired to use.
My dream. So for me, it's so hard. And because of that, I work using my cell phone every single day. And when I realize I'm scrolling my TikTok, I'm not working, I'm just scrolling my TikTok. And when I see I used
Uh,
it
I don't have
2 hours.
I don't have account in the TikTok, for example.
Don't do, don't do. That's my tip for you. Avoiding the social media if you don't use avoid. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Sometimes I feel, and it's crazy because, for example, if I'm using my social media, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours per day. If you ask me, yeah, what interesting you saw today on the social media? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, because just funny videos, just superficial things. I even don't know what important I saw on social media. Oh, and it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I feel exactly that, exactly like that. And news, that's the same. Sometimes we see a lot of news on the newspaper, on the internet, and just worried about that, and maybe doesn't make sense. So, for example, I don't know if you remember, guys. I don't know in English, but in the past, that was a new about uh, nuvem de gafanhoto coming to Brazil. I don't know if you remember, but where? I didn't see. So just to worry about, and sometimes doesn't make sense for us. But we think more and more and more. Nowadays I don't see news. So if it really important, will come to me. Someone will tell me, and I don't I don't watch and or search for news. I stopped to do that. Fabiano, let me know what you think about.
I don't have a TikTok either, so I I think the best thing that I did is to not install the TikTok app. So in a few days no, how can I say? In a short time ago, I think, uh, Instagram was my problem. So because I watch the stories and don't realize that the time pass. So uh, I waste about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, only looking Instagram stories and Instagram photos. So um, I'm trying to only to look for uh, 10 minutes in the max 10 and in max 10 minutes, and I start and close the app. So um, and the news I nowadays I only read that I want. So I don't watch TV news. I don't watch. I don't read any kind of news, only news that I want. So I think this my life getting better to do this. So so for me it's working. So nowadays I'm feel more free with freedom because this is crazy. Too much information, so it's impossible to lead with all information.
Exactly, exactly. I totally agree too. Um, Guys, let's think about the number five. The kind of tips. What do you usually do when you need to relax and disconnected? Fábio, let me know. What do you do?
This is a good question. I like it to listen to calm music. Take a walk outdoor. Um, or simple put my uh I would just say my phone always a few hours. I so like to read or watch. Sometimes like to rest my mind and body. I think this.
Good, good. For me, normally I camp. So last weekend I was here on Chapada dos Veadeiros, a beautiful place to visit, and I was uh, camping there and waterfalls, walking in the inside of the nature, so hiking. It's That's the thing that normally I do because, and even if I want, there's not signal of cell phone, so I have to enjoy the nature and to see the birds, the animals, and talk to my friends in person. Normally, that's the thing that I do. Go to the park or just walk. Sometimes I'm feel exhausted and I put my sneakers and go walk in the street and breathe and disconnect it a little bit, just to relax a little bit. Do exercise for me. It's good because I'm feeling exhausted about my body. Normally, my mind is calm. For me, it's a kind of key. Let me know one more. Go to the park, ride the bike, talk to my friends, cook some cake and drink it with coffee, with my friends, just talking funny things. That's the things that I do normally. And you, Fabiano, what do you do?
Um, I like to go to the park and to walk a lot to to clean my mind. And if I can, I love to go to the beach. So on weekend. So if I can, uh, for example, there is a city on the side of São Paulo called Ubatuba. For me, it's the best the best city in the world because I love there. Uh, there are a lot of beaches, and I like to stay there very much. I went to Ubatuba since when I was a kid, so for me, it's a perfect place to rest, to feel calm and to relax. So, and when I am here in São Paulo, so I like to go to walk, you go to the malls, only to walk to view the stores, only to do this, and go to a library too, only to take some books and and read something.
Exactly, calm place. Just,
Yes,
I think that's the point. Sometimes we have a lot of inputs all day, people around us, notifications, screens, because we work with that. So
yes.
I think it's important to be away from this kind of thing. Just relax with less people, calm place. Water for me, it's very good. Waterfalls, or swim in the pool. But I think that's a good point to good thing to do. Um, Guys, number six. Do you think it's important to spend time in silence, and why? So some days ago I realized that I I don't spend time in silence anymore. For example, here I'm alone, but normally when I am alone, I listen to music, so I put something just to listen or to. Sometimes I don't using my time in silence just. with myself and my thoughts. So I think it's important to handle with our thoughts, to calm, to breathe, to relax without other inputs, just present, present. And for me, it's so important, but I realized recently that don't do that anymore, and that's a habit that I will do more times. I will build again because I think it's important. That's a way to handle with our mind, I think, to handle with our thoughts and to control ourselves maybe. So for me it's very important, but I realize that I don't do anymore. I will do more times. But what do you think about Fabian? Do you think it's important or not? What your
Yes,
perspective about?
I think it's really necessary to do this sometimes. Only at my an apartment has a how can I say? Um, I said in Portuguese, a varanda, uh, that I sit there and only look at the view, of thinking nothing, only do only look at the movement of the street, and only to do this for single times for 20 minutes or 30 minutes is sufficient to calm down. And not thinking nothing, only to do this. For me, it works.
Yeah, good, good. Just stay in the balcony and just looking for the things. Good. And you, Fábio?
Yes, I think it's very important. Silence help organize our thought, reduce my stress, and recharge our personal batteries. When we're always surrounded by noises, I when end up feeling confused. Moments of silence are like a necessary break of mental balance. I believe this.
Very good. I totally agree to you. And guys, number 7 is where is your favorite place to find peace and quiet? I think Fabiano is Ubatuba. I'm not sure about, but maybe. Do you have other place that you like? Let me know about the
Uh,
number 7.
if is there a beach, so it's a nice place to make. I like it to go to CSI very much.
Very good. Very good for me. It's Chapada dos Veadeiros and place to camp and waterfalls, water, sunlight, uh, without sign off cell phone, just a place to relax. But Ubatuba for you is like Chapada dos Veadeiros for me, so it's
Yes,
close here.
I think
Two
so.
hours. 2 hours. I stay there and I can be calm, and it's interesting because there's a famous place here, and sometimes I I meet people from abroad there. It's interesting to talk in English. It's interesting as well and make friends, things like that. And just to relax, to be calm. I think it's important that it's kind of place to be quiet and relax. For me, Chapada dos Veadeiros is top one in my life. Um, and you, Fábio, let me know.
But I normally my favorite place like a place in is natural. It can be a park, a beach, or even a garden. The sound of the wind, those trees, and the water help me feel calm and forget the pressures or everyday life.
Yeah, interesting that everybody here said about nature. So
Yes.
everybody here, garden, beach, or waterfalls and things like that. It's kind of connection with nature. I it's so important. Go to the park, walk in the outdoor, outside. And the number eight is exactly that. Can nature help people find calm and balance? And how? Fabian, what do you think about? Let me know.
I think the nature, uh, because it's a peaceful place, silence. So these places makes you make your thoughts flowing. So I think this is this type of place is better to put your you put your life in a good way. So I think the natures, the winds, the temperature, everything makes you better.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you, Fab, what do you think?
I agree with what Fabian said. For me, the naturals connect us with sometimes a simple and essential. Bird songs, the sound of sea, or the breeze from the trees bring a sense of peace. Beings, nature reduce stress and help restore emotional balance. I think this.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, we are part of nature. You know, we are as human being, we are part of nature. And I think that when we are in a park or inside of the nature, I think we can reconnect it with our original way, I would say. Because, for example, uh, I I don't believe that we are created to be sitting in a chair 8 or 10 hours looking for a screen and close to the room. So I think we are not created for that. We are created for talk to other friends or free and walk every single day and this kind of thing. So connected with other animals, not just dogs and cats, but other animals outside. And I think that when we are inside of the nature, we can reconnect it with our original, original, I forgot the word, but our base, you know. So I think because of that, we feel more calm, we feel quiet and relaxed, because that's it's our place. That's our place. Um, and because of that, that's what I believe. Guys, talking about the number nine, what happens if we never disconnected from the online world? I'm really afraid about, especially the new generations. You know, sometimes I see kids so using cell phone all day or tablets or don't talk with other people, just living inside of the internet. You know, so. I think it's a kind of dangerous because it's we have the the normal world that we don't have inputs every single day, all day long. We have some frustrations, we have bad times, we have, you know, but inside of the internet we have just good.
Fabiano?
Yes, I'm here. I think
Okay.
he felt.
His internet is down.
Okay,
You
so
are
Uh,
freezing.
yeah, return. I
Ah,
returned.
yes, yes.
yeah.
Okay, okay. So my internet is unstable, but uh, I don't know when I stop it, but let me know. Okay. I think the new people are just living inside of the virtual world, and when see the real world, I think that these people will be frustrated, anxious, and depressed because it's totally different. The real world will have to put a lot of energy, it's not comfortable, and it's totally different that the social media, for example. But I want to know, what do you think, guys? Number nine, what happens if we never disconnected from the online world? What do you think, Fabiano?
I think we got if you we don't disconnect you, we are going to be crazy. So uh, nowadays, a lot of people has a burnout. So is related to time that he works. These people works a lot and stay in front of computer a lot. So the pressure is getting higher and higher. Um, and I agree with you. I have a daughter, and my daughter, she's 7 years old. I try to only to she uses a tablet, so we control the time. So because if you don't control the time, it getting lost. But we control the time because nowadays it's impossible to coach this. I think it's good to her to stay with to keep contact with tablets and technologies, but with a limit. So we only uh, keep her to use tablet for an hour and a half at least. So a day, né? So not every day, but some days we keep we authorize she to play with tablets and other things. But I think we have to control the time because if you not control the time, I think you will be crazy. You will have a burnout and a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure. Even the people that create the social media, so avoid her kids
Yes.
to use a lot. So it's interesting to think. Fabio, please.
I I think we comes a bit anxious, tired, and even mental will. Too much information wears us down and causes us to miss a real moment life. It can also affect the sleep, concentration, and even relationships with others. I think this.
Yeah. And it's interesting because normally we have a lot of dopamine, is dopamine using the internet, and in the real life, it's not like that. The real life is kind of normal. So, and I think when we use a lot this kind of social media and this kind of inputs, when we see the real life, it's it's bad, because there's not a lot of stimulus, there's not a lot of inputs like in the social media. So I think it's dangerous, especially for new generation and the kids. Um, Guys, about the number 10. Do you think people are afraid of silence? Why or why not? Fabio, what do you think?
Yes, many people were afraid of silence because they are not used to it. Silence can bring deep reflections and sometimes a feeling we try to avoid. It's easily to be distracted by a noise than to face your inner self.
You said about silence. So it's I remember that when I was a kid, the period of the we are having lunch, we are eating, it's period of silence. So it's not. But nowadays, everybody just eat, I don't know, but watching series of TikTok and Instagram. So it's not usual anymore to be quiet while we are eating. So normally the people are just with some stimulus, with some inputs. Normally the social media, Reels, TikTok, and things like that, or watching videos on YouTube. And it's totally different that when I was a kid. So, and I think I totally agree with you. I think the people are kind of afraid to be in silence. We have to listen something or to watch something nowadays every time. Crazy. Fabiano, let me know your perception about.
Uh, for me, for example, I live in São Paulo, so here is a lot of noisy. When I go to the beach or go to another city, like a countryside, it's, it's weird when we don't listen the sound of city. For example, when I go to sleep in other city, it's weird. Well, it's too silence here, no? It,
Exactly.
it's very very weird. This so it's incredible because we maybe we think we normally who lives in São Paulo normally thinks, oh, the silence is too noisy. It's
Mm.
incredible this.
Yeah, it's like the people that sleep using the fan,
Ah,
when it doesn't have fan.
my wife only sleep with the fan. Is
Some people can't sleep without the fan, not because
yes,
the wind, but because of the noise.
because the noise.
So
Yes, my wife is this kind of person.
yeah, crazy. Guys, about the number 11. How much time per day do you think it's healthy to stay offline? There's a time. Let me know what you think. Fabiano, let me know.
I think as much as you can. More time that you can going offline is better. Nowadays, I think in this way, but it's impossible to stay offline a lot of time. So I think how much as you can is a good way.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Our challenge is to be offline because online we are online every single day working or using social media, cell phone. So yeah.
Yes,
And you, Fabio, let me know about the number 11.
I think it's at least I don't know, 5 hours a day, especially before bed. Being on offline help you rest your mind and pay more attention to people and your surroundings. I think this.
Yeah, you wrote a good thing. I forgot. I don't know in English, but higiene do sono. So it's so important to be away from screens and to be online offline. Um, when when you go to the bed, for example, 1 hour or 2 hours before to go to the bed, or after to wake up. Sometimes we wake up and just to pick up the cell phone and see things. So it's not healthy. But I totally agree with Fabiano. As much as we can to be offline is important, and in some period of the day, as like you said, Fabio. So after to before to go to the bed, after wake up, it's important. I think it's important uh, when we are eating as well. So, but as much as you can, it's important to be offline. Guys, the last one. What advice would you give to someone who wants more peace in daily life? Peace in general, about life. One advice. Fabio, I'll start from you.
I hold tell them to seek a moment of silence and reduce the cell phone use and they spend more time in nature. It's also important to learn to say no to excess and set time for yourself. Small changes bring a lot of peace.
I totally agree with you. Totally. And you, Fabiano, what do you think about the last one?
Uh, my advice is to drink water a lot and maybe maybe stops during the day and uh, try to sleep well. Try to sleep at least 80 hours at least. I think this works for me, and nowadays I'm pay attention about this. Is make
Very good.
difference.
Very good. And for me, using less your social media, talk more to the people in person, because nowadays we just talk just using the WhatsApp. So go to the nature and go to the park, talk to the people in person, eye to eye, and hug people. So this kind of interactions in person is so important that nowadays we are living inside of the virtual worlds more time than we that it's good for us. So drink water, drink, eat vegetables, go to the gym or do an exercise that you prefer, but be offline as much as you can. That's a good advice for me. Guys, to finish, there's a forms here, so please. No, 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 no. Wrong link. That's the Yeah, that's the right link. So that's the forms here. So please click in the forms. Let me know what you think about the immersion. Feel free to suggest some topic or to, I don't know, to write down what you want. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for today. Thank you, Fabiano. Thank you,
Thank you.
Fabio. Drink your water, eat vegetables, and see you next week.